Hello! Today I'll be talking about the Colors Episodes of Teletubbies. Now, the UK and United States versions are different. From what I have gathered, the UK aired 9 different Colors episodes. The United States aired 6, with a 7th Colors TV event in the Teletubbies episode, from what I have known. But anyway, besides the numbers episodes, the Colors episodes probably were my second favorite episodes since I like colors, and so it definitely interests me to see those different colors. Now, I'm not sure what order the UK version did with colors, so I'll just talk about the United States order as far as which colors they aired first. So, the first Colors episode the United States aired was Colors Blue. And so, I remember the beginning segment as I wonder if it's true if Laura throws a ball and she catches it too, or something like that. And then the TV event, and then the Blue Sky segment, which is also in Blue Sky DVD, and then the free ships. Now, definitely makes sense to have the free ships in this episode since the water is blue and some part of the ships are blue, so that definitely makes sense. Now, here's the thing. The UK version has the splashing dance instead of a magical event, but it has a different beginning segment, which is definitely interesting. But then PBS Kids have these episodes longer than UK, so that's why, probably. And I can definitely say this was the first Colors episode I have ever seen. And I've only saw 3 of them, unfortunately. And I wish I had seen the others. Now let's talk about Colors Orange, the second episode of the United States aired. Never seen this episode, so it was really, really fascinating to see it when it got uploaded to YouTube. Basically, it has the same segments in the UK version, except it has the round dance at the end with the extended version. And both segments talked about the colors orange, with the voice trumpet saying orange in the beginning, and then after the TV event, it focuses on Laura's ball, which is orange. And I really like that color episode. Now, let's say the PBS Kids didn't have a dance at the end. Let's say it was a magical event. What magical event would most probably be in colors orange? Well, to my knowledge, I would say the Animal Parade, because the tigers which appear at the beginning are orange. And yes, there are different colors with the different animals, but I guess since tigers appear at the beginning, and since they are orange, I would put that with the Animal Parade and colors orange. Colors Pink is the third episode the US aired. Never seen this episode. So I was informed that it has the same exact segments like in the UK, except it has the follow the real dance at the end. And while the beginning segment just has the Teletubbies just walking down and up the hill, the segment after the TV event has the Tubby Coaster going a little nutty with the pink coaster coming out of the hose. And that definitely makes sense to air the number of the colors pink because Tubby Coaster is pink. Now let's say if PBS Kids didn't have to follow the real dance at the end. I would say if it had a magical event, definitely the Magic House. Since, I don't know, the Magic House is pink. Pink! Yeah, it would definitely make sense for the Magic House to be in colors pink if there were a magical event in colors pink. And let me just say this right now. While the UK version, some of the Colors episodes had magical events, only Colors Blue only had a magical event. No other Colors episodes in the United States had magical events from what I was told. Interesting. Next is Colors Purple. You can see I have purple on, especially since purple is my favorite color. This was the third episode that I have seen, as well as this is Out of the Colors episodes I saw, this was the one I saw third in order. Right, so Colors Blue was the first one. Basically everything like in the UK, except it has the stamping and stepping dance at the end. Basically, both segments talked about purple with the purple crowd, the voice trumpet talking about purple, and then the purple flower. So I was amazed seeing this episode since it had my favorite color. Let's say if this had a magic riff instead of the dance. Well, for some reason, I would just put it with the magic house. And the reason I would say this because when I'm looking at the other magic riffs, it doesn't really hit me with having colors purple in them. Yes, the colors pink is the magic house, but so for some reason I always thought maybe there was a shade of purple in the magic house for some reason. I don't know why, but if it were me, I would just put the magic house in colors purple if that were the case. Now, let's talk about colors green, which was the second episode that I saw, and this was the only colors episode that I saw on Sprout. Basically the same exact statement like in the UK, except a dance at the end. I think some people have told me it's to follow the real dance. Now, the beginning statement has the mooing, like the cow mooing, voice trumpet at the beginning, then the TV event, and then things about green, especially Dipsy, which is green, who is green. And I think I saw this a few times on Sprout, since I saw Sprout a lot when I was a kid. Now Colors Yellow, which was the last Colors episode to air in the United States. Never seen this episode. The only thing I know about this episode is that it has the yellow crowd at the beginning, like in the UK version. Then the TV event. I forget what the remaining half is, although I think people have told me it has the bumping dance. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Let's say Colors Green actually had a magical event. Probably the magic tree, since the leaves are green, so that would make sense. Anyway, with Colors Yellow, let's say Colors Yellow had a magical event. Probably the Dancing Bear, since the Dancing Bear is yellow. That would make sense. Now, those are the 6 Colors episodes that aired in the United States. The UK aired 3 other different Colors episodes: Red, Black, and Brown. Let's talk about Brown because, from what I was told, Colors Brown TVFN is included in the Teletubbies episode Feeding Chickens. I am hoping to see this episode because I want to see this Colors Brown TV event in the United States. In the UK version, it has the How Now Brown Cow segment like in Baby Animals. In the TV event, then the Lion and the Bear. Let's say PBS Kids aired this episode, and let's say, well, the actual Colors episodes, if you know what I mean. And let's say if it had a magical event, probably in the magic tree because the roots of the tree are brown, so that would make sense. But it would be interesting to see what the rest of the episode would have. They probably would keep the How Now Brown Cow statement, since they're talking about brown, but it's interesting to see what would the second half of the episode be after the TV event. Not sure. Colors Black. Now, while Colors Black was never part of the United States, I have heard that the Colors Black segment before the TV event with the black and white crowd is included in the Teletubbies episode Milking the Cow. So I'm surprised Colors Black TV event isn't included in this episode, Milking the Cow. But anyway, I forget the rest of the episode in Colors Black, besides the beginning segment in the TV event. But let's just say PBS Kids aired this episode and they had a magical event. Most probably the Dancing Bear because the tap shoes of the tap dancing bear are black. That's to my knowledge anyway. And in some part around the carousel, the tap dancing bear is black as well, I think, so that's why I would say colors black would be dancing bear. And now let's talk about colors red. I have no idea why PBS Kids did not air this episode because, I mean, Pooh is red, you know what I mean? Let's say PBS Kids aired this episode. Since the UK version talks about everything red with the beginning segment and the TV event and the next segment after that, Colors Red will probably be the same theme like in the United States, except either a dance or a magical event at the end. Let's say it did have a magical event. Probably the three ships, because some part of the three ships are red, like at the top level, and plus blue and red go together, since blue and red make purple, you know what I mean? Now, I have talked about why I think purple and pink will be in Magic House, blue and red will be in three ships, brown and green will be in Magic Tree, yellow and black will be in Dancing Bear if PBS Kids did put these magical events in them, and if PBS Kids aired these episodes. Um, that's all I have for now. Um, oh wait, if there was another Colors episode, I would think Animal Parade would be good in Colors Gray, since you can hear the elephant trumpet in the background, and the elephants are gray. So that would probably be another close episode of the Animal Parade, don't you guys think? Well, that's it for now. If you have any other Colors episodes that you guys think should be included, just let me know. But this is what I think. Alright, take care. Bye.